I'm not going to take a lot of time recording this because it hasn't been working right. I haven't been able to get things right. But what I wanted to say is I was glad to see the people all working together to protest on May 1st. And that's the way it should be. It shouldn't be people raising other flags from other countries. Like I heard this one lady say, well, we want to have it so we can just, have like one border and just walk back and forth. Well, see, that sounds fine to her because they don't have a constitution in other countries, and that's why their wages are so low. That's why she's up here to begin with. But the other thing about that is that people don't realize, or she doesn't realize, or maybe she does, but is that like there's a lot of teenage kids in this country that don't really get that great a chance. Like I've even had employers tell me, they say, well, we don't want to hire teenagers because they don't work that well. Well, teenagers aren't going to start out working that well because they're just it might be their first job. That's one reason why our prisons or jails are so full. You got people that don't even get a start even from the get-go. They're replaced by some 40-year-old. They're more responsible. Yeah, they're 40 years old. They ought to be more responsible. They don't speak English, and so then, and then the other thing. That's one thing that's real bad. We got 7 million people in prison, and some of them may have never had a job to begin with. Then the other thing is that a lot of Mexicans will come here, and it's like they bring their whole Mexican right on their whole country right on their back. They carry Mexico right on their back. Like, this is, we come here. We don't come here to learn English. We don't come in here to be part of America. At least not part of the America that is America. We come here as Mexican America, which is divisive because that means like, oh, you don't have a constitution here. Yeah, well, we do have a constitution here, and we have certain things that, like, for example, we have one flag. We don't have 10 flags. See, but they don't understand that concept that we're united, not divided. See, when you have two different flags, that's divided. That's not united. But to some people, they think, well, that's united. No, it's not united. That's United Nations united, but that's not America united. See, and I don't like United Nations anyway. I don't like poverty that's all around the world. And I think it's dragging down our economy even more when you have these people that don't speak English and they come over here and they get jobs and they take a lot of the money back home anyway. And even if they do stay, they don't respect. Like you go to the grocery store and they're all speaking in a different language, like there's no language over here. We don't have a language over here. So it's to them, it's like the language over here is Mexican, but it's not Mexican. That's not the language of the land here. But they don't seem to grasp the concept at all. It really makes me sick. But anyway, I'm glad that the people work together at least to try to get some kind of thing with all the workers of the world, because that's one thing I will say is that all the workers of the world are in trouble. But I don't like the divisiveness of somebody saying, well, you should speak all these different languages and all. Yeah, we could have 10 flags in here, and the way things are going, it could end up that way. But it's not good to have it that way because it just weakens our national sovereignty. See, you got the foreign nationals, they're coming over here with their sovereignty, but we're losing our sovereignty, and that's what really pisses me off. Okay, well, anyway, for those that did protest, I'm glad that you're doing something that's helpful anyway. And see, I like, and the fact that they all got together. And even on May Day, when that actually was, that was in big part, that was a Spanish or Mexican Day, whatever. But, if it's something that's done together, at least it's not, like all foreign national, because that's the way it was last year. It was like all foreign flags and stuff like that. And you can do that in your country. You want to be foreign national in your country. Okay, you understand that much? Okay, thank you.